Hey, hi, hello. My name is Birdie, and welcome to my tiny corner of the internet. I want to apologize for my absence. I did not intend to not post anything in October. I actually had a lot of plans for this month, and I had some things pop up in my personal life that I had to take care of first. But I did want to say thank you so much for getting me to 700 subscribers, even while I was gone. That is absolutely crazy to me, and I really appreciate the support and your patience. So, with that, let's get into today's video. Alrighty, my friends, we are here in Evergreen Harbor. We are with Gabriel. It's been a little bit since we have visited him. We have a couple of things to discuss, so let's go ahead and check in with Gabriel. Okay, so we are here with Gabriel. It is a very hot summer morning, and he is just watching some music TV. And we have a couple of things that we need to discuss. So he did just go from being very tense to happy, and that's just because he has an indoorsy lifestyle. He's content indoors and he's comfy. But we do have some things we need to go over regarding the opening video. So first, let's get into his other moodlets. He does have a close-knit lifestyle as well as the indoorsy lifestyle. So his friend balance is slipping. As a sim who leads a close-knit lifestyle, Gabriel likes to keep things in balance. Too few friends is lonely, too many is hectic, things don't feel in balance anymore. So that kind of makes sense. Gabriel has been on his own now for quite a few months, and he hasn't really talked with anybody. He's had very little contact with Odessa or anyone in her family, and he's kind of just been by himself. So his friend balance is slipping. He's becoming very lonely, and while he likes to be alone, did I give him the loner trait? No, so he doesn't have the loner trait, but he is shy. So while he likes to be alone every now and then, he doesn't want to be completely alone. He also has a sweltering buff. I need to turn his air back on. And then he has a zodiac buff. So I do have a mod installed where my Sims can have zodiac signs, which I can't remember what the mod itself is. I think it's just like traits that you can download. I'll leave it somewhere on the screen, but he is a Libra. So it says Libra Sims are receptive, yet can be somewhat indecisive, which kind of makes sense for him as well. But the good thing is he actually has plans today for the first time in a very long time. We are going to meet a friend for lunch, but first I want to show you around his house a little bit because over the last couple of weeks, he's really started to get his motivation back to get things in order. So as you can see, a lot of the boxes that were in his kitchen are gone now. He's done some organizing. His counters are more clean. You can see up in the front little entryway, things are more organized. Who are you on my front porch? Spider Ramsey. Okay. We do not know him, so I'm going to send him home. Otherwise, that's really going to bother me with him just standing there. So this is actually Sage's new love interest. Sage is Odessa's older sister, for anyone who is new and does not know. He's only met him maybe one time before, and it was a little while ago before everything went down with Odessa, but he will be introduced later on in another episode officially. But anyway, in his entryway, he's got some things put away. He's still got a couple of things down here that he doesn't quite have a home for. And then upstairs, his room is a lot more put together, and he's got more things up here that are organized. Again, things he just doesn't really know what to do with. And then over here, where Noah's toy box is from what he was able to take from their apartment. And this is hopefully going to be her room one day in the future, but he did just start to put some things in here as a storage area, just for now. But we are going to go ahead and meet our friend for lunch, and I will meet you guys there. So we are here in Newcrest, and the friend that we are meeting for lunch is Cove. Cove is Odessa's younger brother. We saw him in the last episode, so he is really the only person that Gabe has spoken to since his split with Odessa. And that is because Cove is staring at us. Cove has really grown up with Gabriel and has always looked at him like an older brother. Of course, with him being the youngest, being a boy, and only having sisters, he really has grown very fond of Gabriel, and he knows Gabriel's character, so he knows something is not quite right. And with Sage being out of the house, living on her own in Brightchester, she's not really up to date on what is going on. She does know that Gabriel and Odessa broke up, but that is about the extent of what she knows. So really, Cove is the only one who has been in contact with Gabriel. And remember when I said at the beginning of the video, we had some things to discuss? So we're going to order their food, and while we are waiting on that, we are going to talk about some things. So let's order for table. This restaurant is 9 Golden Tigers. I will leave the creator's name on the screen. I am not going to even try to pronounce it. I don't want to butcher it, but this restaurant is so cute. I love it so much. And the only thing I really did was just kind of change the menu because it's like a Chinese restaurant. And I wanted it to be as close to Chinese restaurants that I grew up with, where the menu was kind of all over the place, but it really made sense. So for their drinks, Gabriel is of course going to have a beer. I don't see Cove being old enough to drink just yet. I can't remember how old I said he was, but I like to think he's maybe only 19. So I think Cove is just going to get some iced tea. I always skip appetizers. Does anybody else skip appetizers? I wish there was a way that you could have like an appetizer and a meal. But anyway, I don't know why I take it so seriously when I order their food, like I'm the one eating it, but it takes me forever. So I think I'm gonna have minced pork noodles for Cove. And I think I'm gonna have Gabriel get the sweet and sour pork. So while they are waiting on their food, I am going to have them do a little bit of talking. We're just gonna do like a deep conversation. The thing that we have to discuss is the fact that Odessa has not told her family why she and Gabe broke up. So on the day that they broke up, after they found out that Shiloh was not Gabriel's baby, they got into a really big fight, as you saw in the beginning. Now, Gabriel is not proud of that fight. He is a very laid-back sim. He is very mellow. He is very even-tempered. So he's not proud of how he reacted to that at all. But that gave Odessa an upper hand over him. So later on, after they fought... Oh God, that's how I eat with chopsticks. But later on, after they fought, Odessa called her mom, and she was saying she needed to leave right now and come back home with the girls because Gabriel has been aggressive and he's been very mean to her, and she's scared for her and her children's safety. She doesn't know what happened to him. And so she took the girls and she ran. And of course, her parents are going to believe her because why wouldn't they? Especially when it comes to their grandchildren. But Odessa has never told her parents that the reason Gabriel freaked out like that is because Shiloh is not his child. Her parents are under the impression that something just happened with Gabriel and maybe his true colors have come through. So Cove is really the only one who took that and is like, something is not right here. And of course, her parents think it's a little bit off just because they also know Gabriel pretty well, and it's just very out of character for him. But when it comes to their grandchildren, they want to keep them safe. So they just think maybe the stress of two children got to him and he changed. But Cove is the one that really knows something is up. He knows something is not right. So he's kept in contact with him, and Gabriel really has not told him the truth. And he's not sure if he wants to, just because it's already been so stressful and so hectic, and he's already had his daughter taken away. He doesn't want to cause any more trouble. And it's just a very difficult situation for him. He's trying to keep things as civil as possible because he doesn't really know what his next step should be. And I'm going to have them keep chatting because this is really the first time that Gabriel has kind of been out of the house. So let's check in on their buffs. So Cove is out to dinner. He is happy. Cove is very happy, and he's having a good conversation. And then Gabe, he's feeling very confident, and that is because he has had some beer, and as we know, he has a bit of a drinking problem. So any chance he gets to drink, he's going to be happy and confident because it does take away a lot of those negative feelings that he has. It is his vice right now. But it is getting later in the evening and we need to head back home. So we are going to end meal. It's been a while since they've seen each other, so they are still kind of chatting. I'm going to have them come outside. What is going on out front? All right. There is a lot of love out front today. But I'm going to have them come out here and just kind of say their goodbyes. We're going to give each other a hug. So Cove has a caregiver personality archetype. Oh no, Gabriel has the caregiver personality archetype. So it says Gabriel Rivers shows signs of the caregiver personality archetype. Caregiver Sims are driven by their empathy and compassion to protect and care. Unfortunately, others can exploit their good nature for their own ends. So that's pretty on track for his entire relationship with Odessa, and makes a lot of sense, honestly, because she took advantage of him. All right, so we are going to go ahead and part ways. I'm going to send Gabriel back home, and I'll meet you guys back at his house. We are back home again, and Gabriel is going inside to sit on the couch, but we did get a pop-up that says you have 24 hours to pay your bills before your power is shut off. So our bills are $1,369, and we have $209 to our name. So, sir, he does not have work until Tuesday, and we do not have enough money to pay our bills, so I'm going to go to his inventory. And the only thing that we have in our inventory is his guitar, a vacuum, and, oh Lord, a picture of him and Odessa when Noah was a baby. And he's absolutely not going to sell that. I actually need to hang that up for him. So the vacuum is $272 and his guitar is $480. I think we're going to have to sell his guitar, which is absolutely not something he wants to do, but he has to be able to pay his bills. And like I said in the beginning of the video, he has had some trouble paying his bills, and his work performance has been really shaky, so he's been missing work, and this is genuinely just not a good situation. So unfortunately, I think we're going to sell his guitar, which is going to be really sad. So that's $680. And I don't want to sell his vacuum, but I guess we're just going to go ahead and do it. Which still did not give us enough money to pay our bills. I don't even think we have anything else in our possession that we could sell to try and get the bills paid. Oh, I don't want to sell her toys. I really don't want to sell her toys. I'm not even going to touch that because that would break his heart. So we still don't have enough money to pay his bills. We're actually not even close to paying his bills. So he's going to come into his kitchen and he's just going to have another drink. Because what else can you do? It's already 8:45 on a Sunday. There's not really anywhere he can go or anything he can do to make money, and he's spending more of his money instead of making more money. And I feel really bad for him because this is how his life has been since leaving Odessa. And when he was with Odessa, well, you're home alone, my guy, so good luck. If you watched my TikTok, you would know that this is not how he prefers to spend his life. He was very clean. He was very organized. He was the caretaker and he was the breadwinner. And this is a very harsh contrast to how he used to be. But this is kind of all he knows right now. He has kind of hit a downward spiral. And every time he feels like things are looking up or he feels better, something like this will happen where he can't afford his bills. And this is just how he copes with it. So it is what it is. So he is wasted, again, off 2 beers. He did develop the alcohol heavyweight trait, but I guess this is some really strong beer. I don't know. I personally don't drink beer, so I don't know. Maybe it is. But I'm going to have him grab one more drink. And we're probably just going to have him wrap up for the night. There's not really much else he can do for the rest of his evening. So in his mind, it is what it is. He's going to do what he does best right now, which is drink. And I'm going to have him come upstairs and take a shower. and probably just go to bed. He's had 3 beers. I don't understand. I guess, again, they are very strong. Oh, no. No! I hate it here. What is in these Heinekens? I'm gonna let him sleep this off. I'm gonna go ahead and skip his shower and just get him to bed because this seems to be his thing. And he is messed up. Gabriel had... No! I don't even know what to... I'm gonna cheat this up just a little bit because come on now. I guess this just fits into the storyline. As funny as this is just how his life is, and it's kind of unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, actually. And these are reasons because he knows that this is not a good situation. He is aware. He cannot admit to himself that he has a bit of a problem, but he is aware that this is not good. Maybe his bills are so expensive because all of his lights are on. So I'm going to turn these off while he comes upstairs and brushes his teeth. Does anybody else do auto lights? I know a lot of people don't like auto lights. I personally love auto lights because it's realistic. I am going to scream. If you don't just go upstairs and brush your dang teeth. I'm going to cheat this up quite a bit so that this doesn't happen again. Because, oh my God. I guess 1 beer has to be like 5 beers or something. I don't understand. I also always turn off the big light in bedrooms. And we're going to auto lights these guys. All right, are you good? Come upstairs and brush your freaking teeth. I can't remember what I was saying, but I guess like he is aware that this situation is not good, that this is not a healthy coping mechanism, and that he is not dealing with things well. Even still, he is happy in moments like this that Noah is not with him, just like I said in the beginning. And pajamas. Why are you angry?
Huh?
I don't know what that is. I have never seen that. I guess he's an angry drunk. I don't know. So we're going to have him just go to bed before he passes out again. But at least he brushed his teeth before going to bed, even though he is wasted. Alrighty, my friends, we are going to wrap up today's episode here so our boy can sleep off his 3 apparently very strong beers. Thank you so much for spending another day with me and Gabriel. And I hope you guys join me in the next episode, and I will catch you again for another story.